Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I do want to say thank you to the early birds who came in, Miss Douglas and Hot Positivity. Go ahead, DC.
Good morning. Yeah, I saw those two sitting up in the camp waiting for us. I appreciate
Hmm.
that. Happy
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yes, and if you take note, yeah, happy Saturday to everybody. DC, if you take note to what they actually said, Hot Positivity said, J Dunn, what a difference 1 week makes.
Hello. Hello. I couldn't wait.
This game ain't gonna worry me. And y'all, so we were a little bit behind because we had a little technical difficulties. I got new headphones that I'm trying to use, and DC got new headphones. So we had to make sure our headphones could do what they do. And good morning to
Right.
Ray Triggs, moderator member.
Good morning, Ray Tridge. Thank you for coming through.
Okay, DC. So I guess we could start breaking it on down because
Make
it's a lot to be broken down.
make sure y'all got your iced tea, your chocolate, your coffee, because this gonna be a good one right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, so I guess we can, well, just like last week, I started with our predictions. So let me
Oh
go find
yeah.
our predictions.
Damn it, I gotta go backwards. Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
scrolling to get the predictions as well. So week 5 predictions for HOH and two possible nominees. DC said Kelly as HOH, Mickey and Morgan as the nominees. I said Rachel as HOH, and Vince and Lauren as the nominees. We
Hmm.
were both wrong.
That's messed up though.
But Vince did become a nominee,
Yes, he did.
but it wasn't for Rachel.
Man, this one, this is chaotic shit right here.
Yes,
Mm.
and I do want to explain to everybody who might be new joining us, y'all. We don't do the live feeds. We don't do no spoilers. Please don't put a spoiler. I just want to say that out the gate. But okay, so we can start with Sunday night's episode per usual. Do you have any notes that you want to start off with, DC, or what you want
You
to do?
go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay,
Uh oh.
so, oh yes, it was
I got my
interesting.
notes. I got my notes, but you go ahead and start it.
Okay, so essentially, this whole vote thing happened when Ashley went in and voted one way, and then she tried to rush and go back in and vote the other way, and Julie was like, "Nah, you can't do that." So after all the voting happened, and let me see, who was it that they had voted out? It was Jimmy. So
Yeah,
after
Jimmy
Jimmy
had to go.
left, after Jimmy left, then Ashley started getting the blame for being that extra vote because they knew that Rachel wasn't going to vote Jimmy out, but they wasn't expecting for Ashley to do the same thing. So the episode to me started with Ashley lying. And
Right.
it's so crazy because her facial expression is always so weird to me. She looked like a deer in headlights all the time anyway. But especially when they started accusing her of that vote, she was running around that house like a deer in headlights. What you think?
Hell yeah. She was like, who started it? Kenu. Kenu,
Mhm.
he was the first one to say something, to her in reference to, well, he hugged you second. So basically, you had to be in the second vote, but he just, it started off that how it started off. The next thing you know, everybody was running around the house saying he hugged her. And then, like you said, she was walking around with them damn eyes, like you said, a deer saw a headlight.
Mhm. Yeah, like if you just about to almost hit a deer and that deer looking at you blinking like, "Don't hit me." But it
But
was because she was on the wrong side of the vote, and that's the interesting part because just me being a long time supporter and fan of this show, I don't even see how she was just so easily persuaded. She needs to go up in there and decide who she gonna vote for. She needs to stop
Right.
letting everybody tell her who to vote for.
And then what really did it was when Will went in there and talked to her and said, basically, you better keep up with that damn lie and don't even try to switch up.
Mhm.
She, she better walk around there like she don't know what the hell they talking about. Uh oh, your mic, you mute your mic.
Oh, sorry. I was saying good morning to Tracy and good morning to Leilani. My bad.
Hey
This new
Leilani, what's
head
up, Tracy?
Yeah, this new headphones, if I press the little button to change my microphone, like to move it, it's a mute button on here. So
Don't
maybe I
touch that.
accidentally pressed it. Mhm.
Don't touch nothing. Yeah, but Will basically just told her, keep up with that damn lie.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes. So okay, so not everybody trying to blame Ashley for what happened with the vote, but the week must go on. So we have Mickey gloating about having a successful HOH.
hmm
Mickey is from and I actually let me put the picture up. I forgot.
Good
I always
morning,
forget.
Tracy.
Let me go ahead and bring it. Cause Mickey is from Atlanta. And I was rooting for her from day one because of where she's from. However, where I had a strong liking for her at the very beginning,
hmm
the way I see her play this game is just making me kind of be like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Mickey is gloating about having a successful HOH, about how she had was able to get rid of the target. But she don't realize that she didn't win this HOH. She had to use her power. She keep
Right.
forgetting about that.
She ain't win nothing. She got lucky. That's what happened.
Mhm. Yep. So it appears that she is kind of laying out her targets on the line. Or no, she's not laying her targets out on the line. She gloating and bragging about herself, but then she trying to drop the dime on other people's game and what they was trying to tell her to do with her HOH. It does also say here that she was thinking that Ava might have been the person that tried to save Jimmy.
Hmm.
Do
I
you
must
want
have
to go
missed.
ahead and go into the HOH competition?
Yeah, because that's how it started off. It went from them on the Ashley thing about who winning and I mean who voted Jimmy, and then it went into the HOH, the HOH game competition.
Okay.
But
Well, you can go ahead and go with your note.
all right, so with the game, that game was kind of crazy when they had to pick how they were picking each other instead of picking the people to get off the block. You see how they did that? Instead of picking people to lose the game, they were picking. Well, no, they wasn't picking at first. They were like, "Who want to go? Who want to be next? Who want to play?" That was crazy. What you think about that? Wasn't that crazy for them to stand there and
Well,
say,
the HOH this week, the competition was called Jack the Dipper, and
"Yeah,
that's what you call a knockout competition.
right"? But instead of
Big
them
Brother
put,
is notorious for having a knockout competitions because in this competition, you don't need to be fast, you don't need to have skill, you don't need to have anything. You just need to be popular. Take
right,
note at how they pick the people. Take note.
right. But at first, nobody was. At the first two people didn't want to pick. They were saying who want to play.
Correct, because I believe they already understand it's a popularity contest. Because as soon
Right.
as you pick somebody, then when it's their turn to pick, they're gonna pick you.
I guess they went that route. But look, who of all people under the radar, nobody wanted to pick Ava though.
They didn't want to pick Ava, which I was really shocked about. But the one thing that I did take note of was how many times they picked Rachel. That's called a
Yeah,
Powlon in the Big Brother house. The fact that they picked her so many times when she was going back to back to back up in this competition, that right there shows that this is a popularity competition. And Rachel is not so popular, clearly. And that's the reason why they kept picking her to go head to head to head.
right. That was crazy. They
But you're
they
right.
they
They wasn't picking Ava, which Ava got lucky because essentially because nobody was picking Ava, Ava was able to sit back and watch everybody just slaughter each other.
right.
Meanwhile, picking Rachel time after time after time after time.
Yeah, Ava was like waiting. I'm gonna play one day, and then what she do? She win. She win the
She
HOH.
did she did end up winning the competition. But if you think about it, let's say this competition had 10 rounds.
Hmm.
Ava only had to play 2 rounds. Well, the likelihood of her winning might be very, very likely because everybody else done got worn out
I
playing
thought
rounds
Ava.
back to back to back to back.
I thought Ava only played one time.
No, but I'm using the hypothetical. I'm saying if
Okay.
it were 10 rounds, I didn't actually sit there and count how many rounds. No.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
if
So
it
she.
were 10 rounds, but Ava only got picked, well, now you say Ava only got picked once.
Yeah.
Then the likelihood for her to win is pretty likely because everybody else done went 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So essentially, it looked like she was a bench warmer where she was just warming the bench while everybody else was playing. And then
Right.
at the end of the game, they finally picked her. Of course, she's going to be energized and have a clear mind to go ahead and do what she got to do to win it. But yeah, she did end up winning the HOH, which I thought about you when she won it and I rolled my eyes. I was like, oh my God.
I need to find a picture.
I rolled my eyes, but I couldn't be salty about her winning because I know that she aligned with Rachel.
Right.
So I'm thinking the best thing that could come out of this is that her HOH means that Rachel is safe. So I couldn't even be mad at it. I couldn't be mad.
Yeah. She came out of nowhere and won that. Well, it's their fault because they left her hanging.
But what did you the one thing that I can say, this made me appreciate Ava more to see her as the HOH and to see her in power this week because it gave me a little glimpse into her mind and her thought process. And just the
Hmm.
fact that off the jump, she said that she wasn't doing no one-on-ones. She said, don't come in my room. Don't bother
Yep.
me. I ain't doing no one-on-one. I will call you. I thought that was pretty epic because most people don't do that. Most people allow people to bother them. But she
Hmm.
said she wasn't trying to be bothered, which means that
Yep.
she was putting a line up in the sand. Like if we wasn't talking like that before today when I won, I don't want to hear from you now that I done won.
Right. She put it out there. That was one of my notes. I was like, she told him she wasn't playing.
Hmm.
Told you pick Ava.
So
I'm just playing. Go.
hot positive, hot positive is up in here. Hot positive said that Mickey was playing her own game, and then she is saying that Ava was a little bitching and ain't scared. That was what gave me respect for Ava because it don't seem like she's scared at all.
Mm-mm.
When she won and she told them don't bother her, that was a bold ass move. But it was a good move because yeah, you don't want nobody bum rushing you up in your room while you trying to relax and stuff. Especially if I wasn't good enough for you to talk to in the last month, why you trying to talk to me now? And
Right.
that's how she went about it.
She wasn't
So
being fake about. She wasn't trying to be fake. You know how some
right,
people be fake. Yeah, she was not fake.
I can appreciate about her with that. So now Ava did go and promise safety to several people right off the rip. She promised safety to Rachel.
Th-
Basically told
That,
Rachel she ain't got to worry about nothing, and she promised safety to Zach.
hold up.
Huh?
I was reading what I
Oh.
had next. Yeah, she did promise safety to them. She did promise safety.
She promised safety to them, and then she was saying that she was going to go after Vince, Keanu, and Ashley. And she was telling that to Mickey, which again, Mickey was very disappointed this week. But she told Mickey that she said that she wanted to go after Ashley because Ashley is a chatty Cathy.
Hmm.
Um, however, the main thing, well, I guess we can go through your notes because my main thing is how Ava went back on her word. That's my next thing, but I don't want to
Oh,
skip too far ahead.
yeah, you went way far. So okay, so my next note was when Vinny was trying to talk to Rachel after targeting her, like
Mhm.
he never targeted her, but he knew he targeted her, so he admitted it. And then he started
Mhm.
crying.
That
And
was some bull mess.
Rachel said, "I know when I see fake cry from real cry." He said, "I was on soap opera. She know how that is." And then he turned around and went to Will and did the same thing. And Will was like, "What the hell? What is he he doing all this crying for?"
I'm happy that Rachel called him out for that crying because yeah, Rachel done played the game several years. And hey Trey, hey to everybody coming in. Good morning, y'all.
What's up,
Please
Trey?
like the video as y'all come in. Rachel done been playing for a long time. So she know when somebody being fake and phony with her. And so I was
Hmm.
so glad that she didn't buy his tears. I was glad that Will didn't. Because you gotta remember, even in the competition, Vince was during the HOH, Vince kept putting Rachel up each time that
Right.
he got. And so then now you want to be remorseful because what you was trying to do didn't go your way. That's fake as hell. And I think that's one thing because Ava not being fake, and as you saw in that little tear felt conversation, Rachel ain't trying to be fake either. Rachel is not about to tell him what he want to hear.
Right. I was like, look at him. It ain't even seem for real, you know. I was like, look at this fool up here crying. He ain't crying. He did that waterworks. He did that once before when he went to Kinu in one of them
Mhm.
other episodes. Remember when he went in the kitchen crying to Kinu? Same thing.
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
gotta do whatever I gotta do, to stay in his house. So he was crying, fake crying again. They gonna put his ass on the TV show. That's what's gonna happen.
I do.
'Cause
One other note too though, with that particular thing, because that didn't work, we fast forward on and now Mickey and was it Mickey and Will
with
that was
Ava,
trying to convince Ava who her third nominee would be? Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah, that was Mickey and Will, and they were Ava. Well, see what it was. First, Mickey, it was just Mickey and Ava at first in another area of the house. They were talking about she was like keeping Ashley, don't put Ashley up. But Mickey didn't really have no name at first. And then all of a sudden
Mhm.
her and Will, that's when her and Will was in that room and they were laying across the bed or couch or whatever it was. And
Mhm.
that's when they convinced her to put Zach up since they both was in there and she felt like those her main allies. So she was like, let me just go ahead and be, because they on her side. So that's what made her choose Zach.
But see, what do you with you being the Ava fan, what do you think about that in that moment, how they were able to persuade her? Because it totally
Well,
took her off what she wanted to do initially with her HOH.
Well, if you in the house, see, I'm not in the house, but if I was Ava and I was in the house and I know these two people I really, really trust and I see that I can trust them and I see they on my side, I would go with them because I know they have my back later. You know, It ain't like they told her all three people to pull up. They didn't convince her to do all three. It's just that one person is more a stronger threat than Ashley, because Ashley really not a threat.
Okay, that makes sense. It made me wonder if she's easily influenced. It's just like in the HOH vote that just recently happened, how they was able to easily persuade Ashley to change her vote, and that's why she was confused with her voting. It kind of made me wonder if Ava could be influenced, but I will say Ava didn't make a bad decision. I just do feel like that the HOH wasn't entirely hers because she allowed them to change her mind.
Right. But that's the only thing about in Big Brothers. If you're not strong minded and you can't stick with your own guns, it will
Mhm.
happen. It will happen.
Yes.
You gotta be one of them strong people to be like, no, hell nah, this
Hmm.
ain't gonna happen. You got people in there, they've been in there for what, some weeks now, or however, and
Mhm.
they don't know which direction to go, because number one, you don't know who to trust. You don't know these people from Adam. And then now you believe in this your friend, but is that truly your friend? You see what I'm saying? Unless you strong minded and you can stick by your guns, this is who I'm picking and this is who it is. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, she did allow them to change her mind, in which she decided instead of putting up Ashley like her first mind wanted her to do, she put up Zach after she had already promised Zach that she wasn't going to put him up. Now, for her sake, the way that this week ended was
Mhm.
good for her. Otherwise, her lying to that man was going to bite her in her ass. I believe that.
Right. But Ava can be a little cocky, because look what she said. Remember when she said it's called Big Brothers, not Squatters' Rights? I was like, oh shit. Did she say that out loud? She said that out loud.
She did. I heard her when she said that. And even her demeanor during her HOH reign, I wouldn't necessarily call her cocky. I would just call her very assertive in her position, which is good. Because at the end of the day, it is a game. You cannot be scared to make the best move that's going to be helpful to you. And you can't be trying to make moves for everybody else. Otherwise, you end up getting gone.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, you still gotta watch things you say, because you could put yourself in a position that you be out that door, you know.
Hmm.
Like who's she talking to, you know? Oh, I'm gonna get her ass next go around. You keep saying stuff out your mouth. That's what I mean by cocky. Cocky, saying certain things out your mouth.
I
Trey said almost forgot about Lauren. You know what? Lauren is slipping through the cracks, because I barely see Lauren. I almost forgot who Lauren was too.
Lauren been slipped through the cracks. I told y'all about Lauren slipping through the cracks a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but
The
she's still
only reason
slipping.
why we knew, but guess what? She's slipping through the cracks, and she was just HOH. What, a week or two ago?
Hmm.
She was HOH, and I forgot she even existed.
Yeah, I forgot too. She still, when they were talking about Lauren, I'd be like, "Who's Lauren?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the little young
High,
one.
pos- High positivity said, but Jadon, you have to make chess moves, not checkers. Right now, I think Ava is playing checkers. And she voted against Zach, her man. Oh yeah, Lauren did vote against Zach. Lauren said, "I don't give a damn. I'm here for the game. I ain't here for love." But I think
Mhm.
we talked about that last week, where we were talking about this love triangle that was going on with Lauren, Zach, and who else? Morgan? No, Lauren, Zach. It was Lauren, Zach, and somebody. It was like a love triangle or something happening from last week. But okay, I understand y'all saying that Ava might be doing. I think y'all saying she might be playing too hard too soon.
Yeah.
Cause I don't criticize anybody for being a hard game player, But you do have to calculate how you gonna jump out at people. You have to
Yeah,
time everything.
yeah, you gotta be mindful because people, y'all in this house together, and you saying
Mhm.
things like, all right. So, for instance, you go in the house, right? You in there, and you
Mhm.
come out your mouth saying some crazy shit to everybody around
Mhm.
the table as you picking people, whatever. And then think about it, you got the whole rest of the week or whatever. You in the house with these people, so you just gonna walk around like you ain't say nothing.
I'm honestly not sure how I would play it, DC. I really don't know. My thought is my thought is that my thought is I would still be vocal. But everybody could see, even on damn YouTube, I'm vocal as hell.
I ain't
So
say
that's
nothing.
where I think the difference is.
Right, I get you. Yeah, that's the only thing. You gotta be mindful because you gotta be with these people.
Yeah,
I be
and
done.
then they could be upset, they could be salty about something and come and get you later on. That's true.
Why
But
you sleep? Why you sleep? I'm coming in there with a pillow. I'm busting. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
but you can't win unless you play.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. But okay, so now we can go on to the Wednesday night's episode, DC.
Yeah.
Do
Hold
you
on. Let me
have
get my
any
other
notes lined up for that?
Wednesday night.
That was the veto episode.
The veto. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see before the veto. I got stuff before the veto. Um. Wait a minute. So I got Zach. He got the $10,000. He can save himself. Wait a minute. Morgan. Okay. Morgan. Morgan. Let's say that. Morgan thinking Mickey had something to do with Zach and Benny on the block, the melting pot. They like the melting pot. It was who was that? Mickey, Morgan. Was it Vince and Zach? Yeah, that's the melting pot. So Morgan basically running around. She thinking Mickey had something to do with it. Because do you remember the part when they were sitting outside and Mickey and Zach and Morgan was sitting there and Morgan was asking questions. And you see how Mickey didn't really have 2 cents to say anything to like
Uh-huh.
even, she didn't even try to, how you call it? She didn't even try to cover it up. She just like looking around like, okay, yeah. She giving herself away.
I would agree with that. I do like within this episode though, I think I kind of started liking Ashley just a little bit more this
Okay.
episode than what I did before. Um, because my first note, let me go here. So, what I saw here was that they were pretty much making fun of the fake tears that what's his name did?
Benny.
Vince.
Hmm.
Comparing notes with him being a fake and a phony. Cause he is a fake and a phony, hands down.
Yeah, he is.
Now, the one thing that I also took note of was when Ava had to explain herself on why she lied to that man. She said she just changed her mind, like her mind just changed. She acted like she just woke up one morning and said that she wasn't gonna keep her word. I thought that was kind of funny how she did him like that. She was like, quite frankly, my mind just changed. I'm like, what?
Right.
This is the game for me to win some money. You can't just
And you,
change your mind like that up on me after you just promised me that I'm gonna be safe.
yeah, because she was showing up sitting there looking all sad, like, what he about to ask me? She got to come up with her answer.
Hmm.
He was pissed. He was pissed.
And he did. He had every right to be. I have to be honest.
But then he was stupid though in the end though.
Well, why you say that?
Because he had a whole $10,000 save himself thing.
Oh, that's what I found out too, DC, when I was reading about it.
Mm.
So it seems that even with him having that to save himself, what from what I understand is he would have had to use that to bribe Ava to buy his safety. Are you aware of that?
No.
It wasn't him giving it back to Big Brother for his safety. No, he would have had to have offered the $10,000 to Ava.
He- I thought he could just give it to her.
No, I think she have the right to accept it or not because he trying to bribe her.
Oh, I didn't know it was that way. I thought if he gave her the 10,000, he buying himself off the block. Period. I didn't know he had to persuade her like, hey, I give you 10,000 and I can get off the block, and she could say yay or nay. I didn't know it was that. I thought it was the other route.
Well, I think the biggest thing that I took away from it though, because you could be right. The biggest thing that I took away from it though is that him and Ava not on the same side. So why even give her $10,000 after she already lied to your face and put you up on the block?
But see, he could have just gave her I thought he could just give her the 10,000. I'm off the block. I thought that's what it was. He just buy himself off for real.
Well, I'm saying you probably are right, but even still, he felt the way about that because if you told me you wasn't putting me up and I trusted you,
Uh huh.
then you turn around and put me up because you lied to my face. And then now I'm about to give you $10,000 to try to get my safety that you already promised me.
I would have gave it to her. And you know what? I would try to win to get her ass out for doing that to me, even though Ava's my peeps. But I would have gave it
Mhm.
to her. You know, if this is my way to stay in this house, I'm gonna give her and I'm gonna fight for the rest to get her out for doing that to me. That would have been me if I was Zach. But no, Zach
Right.
decided he didn't want to do that because he felt like
Okay.
Morgan was
Yeah, I
gonna get on
think
the
that
block.
was the dilemma that he was facing.
He was
Mhm.
that's too much. I mean, you don't even know Morgan. First of all, you like Morgan, you like Lauren. Which one you like? Period. You up there playing games for other people. You need to play your game. That's where he messed up. Worrying about other people instead of worrying about himself. It ain't like they was a showman or anything like that. So you still there? Did you mute your mic?
I'm still here, DC. I'm sorry. I was trying to girl, I'm trying to vape now. And while I was talking with you, I was trying to put this juice stuff up in the vape. And girl, I
I'm over
think
here
I
trying
did
to get
all
my
wrong over here making a mess.
I'm over here trying to drink my shake, my protein shake. But yeah,
I'm about to see if the vape gonna still work.
he over there trying to save Morgan instead of saving himself. So he messed up his own game. He gonna go back and look at this and shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only thing with that.
Okay. Yeah, hold on 1 second, DC.
You all right? You okay? Let me go down and see what people saying. Let me see how far. I'm gonna scroll up to. Yeah, think about who loyal to Abe and nobody. That's what Hot Positive T said. Yeah, Mickey looking bad. Yep, she is looking bad. No, he could come off the block with the 10K. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. Hot Positive T. He protected Morgan, and I think he thought he would not be voted out. He thought he would go up against Kinu and would win the votes. I think he thought 10K was better than nothing too. Yeah, I think he got the best of himself. How some people, not to say arrogant, but just think they can hold on to this and this ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Or they not gonna pick me. I think that's what he thought, and he was gonna be able to keep his 10K and stay in the house. But when you in the house like that with people, you don't know. I swear, I thought they was gonna vote Vinny out because they was stuck on Vinny. I just knew Vinny was gone, so I don't know. what made them switch to Zach from Vinny. I think he was too kind-hearted and loyal. That's it. That's exactly true. Hot Positive. I think the same thing because he was Mr. Nice Guy. But at the same time, you can't. You gotta think about the game and not what you think not gonna happen. Because anything is possible.
Okay, I'm back. Girl, I thought I had broke this thing.
Mm-mm. So we done with the what part we was on with the Zach where we at? Oh, so on this part right here, when Mickey
Mhm.
walked around, when she went walking around telling Ava, what Morgan said, not realizing Ava could put Morgan up on the block. Remember that part when Mickey went to tell Ava that Morgan gonna put Ava up, get Ava out the house.
Um,
Oh, she still
so
messing with that thing.
so you talking about when Mickey, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so you talking about when Mickey was telling Morgan about Ava is what you said?
When Mickey was telling Ava what Morgan said, not realizing Ava can put
Oh,
Morgan
okay.
on the block. After she
Right.
got Zach on
I
the block,
think
that was crazy.
well, and that's the thing. I honestly think that Mickey just trying to do too much. That's why I said this week I was starting to lose faith and confidence in her because she doing too much. And from what I heard, listening to live feeds, and this ain't spoilers. This is about this week that we talking about. That she was being very condescending. Now that she done became HOH, it changed her
Hmm.
completely. If that makes sense. Like
Right.
where prior to her winning HOH last week, with her power, might I add, she was
Hmm.
treating her allies a certain way. But now that she had that taste of power, it's almost like the real side of her has been coming out towards the people. And I think that was one of the reasons why she was trying to run stuff to Ava. Because she kinda on a high horse. But I think she failed to realize your HOH is over, girl. It's over. Not Ava the
Yeah.
HOH.
Yeah, because she was trying to get Ava. Like if somebody won the what's that thing, the veto to,
Mhm.
to to get Morgan up on that block. I was like, girl, sit down. And then Keno, he was saying he'd rather give it to Will
Mhm.
if he wins, which means he has to win the BB block plus if he won the veto. There was like a lot going on with that veto. They want to save each other.
Yeah, and that was one thing too, because speaking of the veto, if we want to move to that part, yeah, the veto competition, these competitions, that's kind of like a knockout competition as well. Because, well, no, not really, because they have to spin that ball or spin that wheel and make sure the ball go into the correct number. But then you pretty much get to steal from the other person, where you can potentially steal the veto.
Yeah, because what's his name? Keno got the veto first, knowing he
Right,
wasn't able to hold on to that veto.
he did. Well, I think that he just got it just because.
Mhm.
I think it's crazy that all three of the people that were put on the block ended up this week. Did you notice?
Your thing going in and out. Say it
Vince
again.
had the egg punishment. Then Keanu had that butler punishment. And then I think Zach had some punishment with Rachel.
Hmm. They had to get all the money and that blue stuff. That blue dye kept blowing in their face.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
through all three of them. But then,
But
what's her
so,
name?
okay. Mhm.
Then you know what was really touchy? What was touchy is when Zach gave Will that London trip, and Will said him and his wife never did their honeymoon. That was
Oh,
very touchy.
you know something? I thought that that was gameplay initially, but I think that was one part that I had missed, that Will had never been on the honeymoon with his wife. So now
Hmm.
that might have been a human level of Zach trying to help Will be able to do something with his wife. So I think that's nice because they done been married for a long time, Will and his wife, according to what he
Yeah.
said.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
So go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, I
I
was
was just
just
saying it
going to
was
say
touchy.
it was. It was. But like essentially through the veto competition, Catherine won it. After
Yeah.
all of the passing and stuff, Vince got a $5,000, but then he swapped it to Ava. So like I don't know if most people realize, but Ava walked away from her from this HOH with $1,000.
I thought that was 5,000. Was it 5,000?
Or excuse me, yeah, 5,000. Yeah, but essentially Will and Ava earned the prizes from the comp. Catherine was able to get the veto, and
Hmm.
then all three of the people who were nominated received the punishments.
That was crazy. That damn Butler thing.
Hmm.
Keno was in there. He was in there twerking with that Butler thing.
But they always make some type of punishment where normally they do a punishment where they waking you up to make you have to do stuff at random times of the day and just whenever. And I was looking at the exit interview, and what I found out too was the fact that they don't have anything that they do in the house. They have an entire lot of downtime. But
Hmm.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse, so we'll stay in order. But I can't wait to tell you what I found out about the exit interview.
Okay. Yeah, Catherine. They were trying to make Catherine use the veto. I just knew she was going to use it though, but she didn't.
Especially after Rachel had gave her that information in the storage room. I
Yes, that's
thought
what
that
made.
that was gonna persuade her, but I think she just didn't want to rock the boat. Because why use the veto and then make yourself appear as a target?
Right.
I think she thought that it was probably best for her to leave everything alone, and then hopefully people would just forget that she there. Just like we been forgot she was there.
Miss Whistledown said, "What happened to the slop?" I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, they still have nots. I think they still
I,
have nots.
they didn't switch up yet, did they?
Because
Or I
remember
know
the
them
very
people still
first
not.
week, well, the
Go
very
ahead,
first
phone.
week they had have nots. That's how come Rachel was safe that first week and they couldn't throw her up on the block to get her out of there immediately. I thought they had have nots. But I
So did
will
they ain't
say
have
that
no?
Big Brother has not been hmm?
I was about to say they haven't had have nots in a minute.
Well, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe they switched it up for this season, but I know they had to have nots at the first week. Because remember, that's how Rachel was able to stay because she became a have not, her and a few other people.
Yeah, are they still sleeping in that hard room? That room that don't have no beds?
Not that I've seen because I really have not been focusing on the live feeds at all because I try not to spoil myself for here. But I have to tell you, DC, I probably will try to watch the live feeds this week coming up.
Okay, just don't say nothing.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you the reason why is because yesterday, in my comment section, somebody that I guess watch us in the clouds had commented under my video and was like, "Oh my God, are you guys doing the recap tomorrow? I can't wait." And then that person just started spilling, and basically, I know who HOH is now,
Mhm.
but it ain't my fault because I didn't go look for it. The
Okay.
person was excited about our recap this morning and told me. So now I definitely think I want to tune in to the live feeds.
Okay. Oh yeah, they all yeah, they all get to eat Miss Whistle down. I noticed that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So yeah, so I mean, what do you think about Rachel cornering everybody up because they saying that they want her to be out by the jury or right at jury and all this kind of stuff? What you thought about that?
I think if the way they doing that, they making themselves targets through Rachel. See, certain things you do and certain things you don't do. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And if you doing all of that,
Mhm.
you making yourself a target. That's the only thing I can think of right now with that. Me
And
personally,
that
I
I
wouldn't.
think with Rachel with Ashley giving Rachel that information voluntarily, that made me like Ashley a little bit more. Cause it seemed like Ashley is really trying to be loyal in alliance with Rachel. Which
Right.
that's the thing. Cause with Ava and Ashley, I really didn't care for either one of them, but both of them seem to be trying to work with Rachel and keep Rachel. So now I like them a little bit, just a little bit.
They see they ain't crazy. They see who good up in that room and who not. It's just taking them a while.
Hmm.
Me personally, like I say, I just couldn't go in there willy nilly. Like, okay, I like they cool people. We can be friends. That's how they walk up in the Big Brother house all the time. They when they first go in that place in that house. Oh, I can see me working with you. How's that? I just met you like what 10 minutes ago. So I have
Hmm.
to get the feel. I have to be there for a while before I start even trying to be. That wouldn't work. Oh, Jada,
Uh-huh.
they say they think you can win BB. They think you can
Hold
win.
on. What she said. Miss Douglas, I done thought about that my damn self. I ain't even gonna lie. I have thought about it because it's really about longevity and moving throughout the people and the players. But the
Come on,
only
Jada.
thing is, what?
Let's go. Let's sign up. Me and you. Let's go.
Girl, please. No, because
We'll split it. If you win,
you,
you split. If I win, we split it.
girl, you gotta easily take off from work for like 3 months or quit your job. Girl, no, that's crazy. I think that's one of the reasons why I've always been kind of against it because it's like you really take a chunk out of your professional career and you don't even know if you're gonna win.
But see, if you don't win, you earn what is that? Like a fame thing. Everybody know you, so somehow you gonna make your money. Look at the world
Hmm.
today. It's nothing but basing on internet. You
Right.
think you think what's that shit y'all in the beef sector shit? That'd be nothing to you no more. You see all
Hmm.
these people, they like I can't wait for Amazing Race to come on because they're on Amazing Race now. You see what I'm saying?
And you say it'll be nothing to me no more. No, they'll just clout chase me to Big Brother. Do you see how I'm just a do you see how I'm just minding my business in the beef sector and they clout chase me, put my name in the title, talk about me every day, all this? If
But
I'm
see,
up in
think
Big
about
Brother, they gonna be
you gonna
trying to
have
latch on to me. They like some
yeah.
damn leeches.
But think about it, it be worldwide. It ain't just these amount of people, what, a couple of hundred of people. You talking thousands of people.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
follow what's it? I follow Jimmy on Instagram. He doing his thing.
Yeah, I am subscribed to a lot of the previous Big Brother players on Twitter and Instagram as well. And I would always go and find them once they got evicted because a lot of the times they would do their own social media talks and interviews about, their thoughts with the gameplay or what they doing today and all that kind of stuff. So I've always went and followed them after. I didn't go follow Jimmy though. I need to go see what he up to.
Jimmy doing his thing. They said Jaden, build your PTO and vacation time.
Miss Whistle down, girl, no. I'm just saying, I don't know. I know that I would do well in it. I think that
Look,
I would.
look what Miss
But
Douglas said.
oh, excuse me, Miss Douglas said millions of people and you can get all types of endorsements. You got that stuff, girl. Use it. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. But we recapping the season that's happening now. Not having people try to convince me to apply to something. That's not what this is about. We recapping what we just witnessed this week.
Jada said, we ain't talking about me.
We not, because I'm not up in the game. And yeah, they do get a stipend. Yeah, they do get a stipend, Miss Whistledown. Okay, so let me go back over here to my notes because when I started looking up in the chat, I got away from my notes. Oh, so Morgan and Rachel, I did pinpoint that where Rachel had Coroner Morgan up in that storage, and Morgan was talking about how she wanted Rachel on the jury, and Rachel had to clap back on her rump, and Rachel was like, she's heard better and played with better. And she told that girl that she not gonna be in no damn jury house. She gonna be in the final two chairs. You saw
Hmm.
how Rachel had did her.
Rachel don't play.
She don't. That's why I love her so much. She's
Rachel
great.
don't play. She not playing with them people. She might cry for real
Mm,
cry, but she ain't playing.
no. And that's what I like about her because she does take the game seriously. So once we get to the veto ceremony, Catherine and Zach, they decide together as a couple to keep the nominations the same so Catherine don't use the power of veto, which is what we were saying before, is because she just try not to muddy the waters or try to, make a splash with things. But
Sure.
essentially the nominations stay the same. And all three of those men still on the block. Did you have any additional notes about that?
That no, that was it. I just had the same, basically same thing what you just said as far as Catherine not using which I thought she was gonna use it, but she didn't.
No, she didn't. I think she just wanted radar. But I also think that little small conversation that she had in the storage room with Rachel
Hmm.
may have given them some type of bonding power. No, they're not in an alliance, but I think that Catherine appreciate Rachel being upfront and honest with her about where she stands in the game and what the people saying behind her back about her being in the showmance.
Hmm.
And I think that's going to allow them to be able to work closer together going forward. But not an alliance, but just looking out for each other if you can.
Right. Yep.
So then Thursday night's episode. So I do have here that Rachel was commending Ava for her HOH, which I ain't gonna lie, Ava had a pretty good HOH because first off, she put 3 men up on the block. So that's gonna
Hmm.
knock the men down a notch or two. But then she put competitive men up there so that they would have to fight each other depending on who wanna actually stay. So I thought that was a well played HOH because it wasn't a scary one. She didn't pick nobody that had already been on the block. You remember when Lauren was HOH and Lauren was like, "Well, I'm just gonna pick people that already got nominated before." She didn't do that.
Yeah.
She picked new people. She picked threats. She picked the men.
Hmm. Only thing I think is she she should have, well, no, because he got off. Never mind. I just realized what I was about to say. He got off the block. Uh-oh, where you go?
Well, what
Can't hear
was you
you.
go?
Because I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember who was on the block. It was Keno. He
No, I
got a
said
cell phone. Oh, your phone, your thing going off.
no. It's
You
not.
know what?
It's not my connect. I don't think it's my phone. I think it's my connection. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you clear. I don't know what you was doing, but you went in and out.
No, no. Don't forget, my internet was out yesterday. They was doing some work and stuff. That's why I couldn't do my morning show yesterday morning. So it might
Oh,
be the
okay.
internet being janky as well. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Okay, all right, good. But I was listening to you. What you say now?
I was saying she shouldn't have put Keno up there before the blockbusters. When she put them up, she should have put
Hmm.
another person instead of Keno.
Hmm. Well, but remember, her and him got into the argument last week. Remember when she snapped on him because he told her to read the prompt?
Yeah, but still, sometimes you just gotta overlook that, try to build brownie points. But she chose to do that because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to build a resume, even though he did that, whatever they did, but then they squashed it and it was okay somewhat. I think it was all fake, but sometimes you just gotta, let me just go ahead and put somebody else up.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have put up like Riley. It's his turn to get up there. He walk around too comfortable too.
Hmm. But Riley, I thought Riley was on the block last week. Yeah, Mickey had put Riley Rump up. He ain't
Oh,
comfortable.
they need to put Lauren. She too quiet. One of them, somebody that's just walking around quiet. Where they was trying to put uh Catherine up, but she couldn't get up there. So
Mm-hmm. So now, what do you think about Mickey and
we on
Ashley
Thursday.
bumping? Huh?
We on Thursday.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, uh-huh. Now we at the eviction episode. I was gonna talk to you about Mickey and Ashley finally bumping heads because Ashley, even though she act like an airhead and like she not paying attention to what's going on, she is paying attention because like
Mm,
how Mickey was talking about who needed to go home this week, but she was saying that this one need to go home because this one would affect or hurt her game, and she wasn't considering Ashley, and they supposed to be in alliance,
mm-hmm.
and Ashley
Now,
caught that and felt some
yeah,
type of way about it, said that Mickey was trying to be a dictator.
yeah, because in the thing what I have is Mickey she wasn't letting Ashley get a word in. She kept talking about her. She was
Hmm.
making her a target. Mickey playing. She know everything. Like she the queen in there now. All of a sudden, since she had her HOH, she just like she literally got big headed. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
So see this picture right here that I got.
okay,
This is the website that I typically go to, and I remember that day whenever I accidentally got the spoiler about Mickey winning.
okay,
It's
yeah.
because I was trying to go here to get this picture, but luckily I went and got the picture with Ava as the HOH and everything. But
Mhm.
you see how it lines everything up, like who is on the block,
Yeah.
who won the veto, and it shows the people grayed out on who is no longer there, and it show it in the order.
Oh yeah. I like that setup.
Yes, the only problem is you got to get this a week in advance because like if I go to that website today, it's
It's
going to
gonna
tell
test.
me everything that's happening right now. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had went on ahead and took a screenshot of this so that I could bring it over here. But I honestly forgot to pull it up because we were looking at the other picture. But so let me go back over here. Okay. But so yeah, I was happy that Ashley had stood up for herself and was kind of checking Mickey. But Mickey really don't even see what she doing. And that was one of the
No,
things that I heard about all last week. Like Mickey been talking to Ashley like Ashley is silly. You know, like
or her little
Ashley,
a kid,
uh-huh.
like a kid,
Yes.
a little sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, my little sister. I'm gonna tell you what to do. This is how you gonna do it. That's how she talking to her.
Mm-hmm. And imagine the people on the live feeds that been watching Mickey treat Ashley like that the entire week, 24/7. And this is what I was talking about where they said that she totally changed because she had HOH. Like it changed her personality, it changed her demeanor
The
and everything.
Yeah, her demeanor really changed because her and Mickey, they could have been a duo, you know. But I
Mhm.
think Mickey, like in the beginning, Mickey was cool up until she got that HOH, and it's like it went to her head. Even though she's not even HOH now, she still act the same way now since she had HOH. But before then, well, then you know how they say that representative. That's
Yeah. And to
that's
be
what I'm saying.
honest, I'm slightly disappointed, DC, because I was looking forward to them being a duo together. I
Mhm.
really wanted to see the two black women work together. You know, even if it was having a secret final two or something like that to have each other's back. But that don't even seem like that's a likelihood because of how Mickey is rubbing Ashley the wrong way. And it's like at least I know that Ashley is paying attention and she ain't. Cause I gave Ashley a hard time at the beginning, but I think she paying more attention to what I thought.
Yeah, yeah, because we was calling her like dumbfounded in the beginning,
Hmm.
like lost.
She
But nah,
was lost. And that's the weird thing because I think Mickey don't realize how close Ashley and Will are. So when she get the disrespect to Ashley like that, that Will ain't got that's not gonna sit well with Will. So then
nah,
you gonna mess up the alliance that you have with Will. And then let's not forget Rachel and Ashley are pretty cool because Ashley been telling Rachel about the people plotting against her behind her back.
right,
So Ashley got more weight and more power in the game than I think Mickey is trying to give her credit for. And that's what make it look messed up of how she was talking to her. But I'm happy that Ashley, it's not going over Ashley's head what Mickey is trying to do.
right. She not coming out of character for her.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
That's like I ain't even gonna step her way.
Yet, so let's see. So it looks like, let me see. Oh, I clicked on the wrong notes. Okay, over here. So yeah, so Mickey is really only thinking about herself. Ashley is knowing that Mickey don't have anybody else in mind but herself. And so now we go to Morgan because Morgan was caught up in the middle when it came to evicting Vince or Zach.
Zach. But hold up. Why
Mhm.
why did Zach tell Morgan about the 10,000?
What he said, and that's what I had found out in the exit interviews. So I guess since you asked me, I could tell you. So he said that his reasoning for telling her about the 10,000 was so that she would know that he had the means to save himself. But the reason why he didn't is because he knew 100% that she would be his replacement. He said that it didn't make any sense for him to save himself and get her as the replacement because either way, whether it be Vince or whether it be her going home, one of his closest people were going to go home.
Mm.
I still think that's a stupid ass answer, but that's what he said.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm sitting here like, come on, man. Really? He
That's
could
what
have
he
used that
said.
power thinking he crazy. I mean, how you gonna trust people and you got some way to save yourself? Stupid.
Well, and that's what he said. But then also what he said too was that up until I guess the last hour or so, most of the people were still telling him that he was gonna stay. And so I think he really was putting the trust in the fact that he was gonna stay, so he didn't need to use it. But he said if he did use it, that Morgan was gonna get put up there, and he said that he didn't know if they would end up putting her out or putting Vince out. He said either way, regardless, one of them three was gonna go, whether he used his power or not, and it was still gonna make him have a tough game to play later on. But he also was saying that they was lying to his face up until the point of him leaving. Which I could believe it because I honestly think they were all banking on getting Keanu out.
Okay.
As long as Keanu was still right there up on that block, yes, I believe that they was lying to him, telling him he was safe and stuff because they was ready to get Keanu.
That's crazy. That's
Mhm.
just crazy. But he could have been still there.
But he would have been still there without $10,000 though.
Yeah. But then that would have been his fight to stay there. He had to do what he had to do.
And he would have been there with one less ally, with one less ally. Because okay, let's say that he didn't get taken out and they would have kept him but got rid of Vince. Well, Vince is still one of his closest people. So now he's
This
still
ringtone
short one
belongs to
person.
Brittany.
Right.
Yeah. And I can't believe you done changed your picture to Ava already.
Hold on one second. Brittany calling me. Hold on.
Okay. Let me go to the chat and see what y'all saying. Okay. So hot positivity is saying all your ops will become your fans. What? Hold on, what's that? Yeah, all my ops will become my fans. Girl, fuck them people. That's how I feel about it. But let me see the notes that I missed. Or the comments. Miss Whistledown said she was especially with them Skittles. You could see her whole thinking process. Right. She said she had to consult some other people. Mickey said her and Ashley were in an alliance, but her and Ava is in the closer alliance. But remember, Ava made a deal with Rachel for the final two. Miss
Mm.
Whistledown was saying, y'all seen it. I was like, Mickey, check her. And then Miss Whistledown said, they all make a deal with Rachel and she's going to pick them off one by one. Watch.
Yep. That's what's gonna
I,
happen, Miss Whistledown. I believe that.
Rachel is the least of my concerns. That's why I'm telling you, I'll be playing a different game. I'll be
That's
trying
why
to work with her.
that's why you need to go in there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you.
I would be because I know everybody else worried about her. So I ain't about to be jumping on the bandwagon to worry about her too. What's good, sister?
What's up, sister?
Yes, so but I guess we can move on to the blockbuster. The BB
Uh,
blockbuster.
oh yeah, I see where you're at. Kino. Kino.
When I
Not
saw
me.
that game originally, as soon as the game started, DC, I was so happy to see that game because it's a game like that that I play on my phone all the time.
Okay. You gotta
Where
send me that.
you move the pieces, color coordinate the pieces, scramble it up just like that. So when I saw that game, I was like, y'all would be some fools not to be able to solve this puzzle. And I was rooting for Keanu immediately once I saw. And I honestly thought Keanu was about to lose at one particular point. It looked like he wasn't solving the puzzle the way the other ones were, but
Mhm.
he ended up pulling out the win.
It's
But
strategy. It's
mhm,
strategy because he's not gonna rush to do nothing. If you notice everything he has won, he has not rushed to do it. He take his time, he look, he think, he not overthinking it.
sister,
Uh-oh.
No, we don't do spoilers in here, girl. No.
Yeah. But Keanu, he did that.
Yeah. We don't do spoilers. We discussed the show that we just saw because DC don't have the live feed. So DC don't watch the spoilers or nothing.
You gotta send me that game.
The game like what that HOH?
Yeah, send me that.
I will. I got like two different ones like that I play.
Hmm.
It's okay, sister. Remove it if you can. I insinuated to DC that because somebody had left me a comment. It seemed like so many people are excited, about this that everybody just couldn't wait to tell me.
I see. I ain't saying nothing. But I'm gonna pretend like I don't know.
You got to, because I'm telling you, the person left a comment on my video yesterday or on my community wall or something with that same information, but it wasn't sister. And I'm like, these people, they excited about this.
Shoot,
But I
I be
hate it because now we can't do our predictions at the end because now we know.
yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah, it's okay, sister. It's okay.
Back to Keanu.
Mhm.
Like I said, he strategized. He did it. Them other two was moving too fast. They was overthinking it.
Mhm.
That's how I felt about that game. And I was
Yeah.
happy. I was happy he won. I was like, come on, he got it. I mean, I was in here screaming like I was on the show. But I'm tired of them putting them up there.
I was rooting for him to win just because I wanted, I guess in the sense, I just wanted to see them two dudes go head to head because I know that they are allies with each other, so they look out for each other anyway. And
Hmm.
I knew that if it was Keanu against either one of them, then Keanu was probably going home. So I
Right.
guess in that instance, to me, it felt like Keanu was the underdog. So I was ready to root for the underdog, for him to be able to save himself to go forward.
So speaking of Keanu,
Hmm.
he thinks Vince is so loyal to him, but Vince ain't even loyal to him.
No, I don't think that Vince. I think Keanu is just looking for anybody that he could link up with so that he won't have to feel like he is a threat. I think that's how it is for him. I really do. Cause just imagine where everybody think you a damn threat.
Hmm.
And so everybody coming at you so you ain't even got nowhere to go. But that's another reason too why if I were up in his shoes, I probably would link up with Rachel just on the strength of that.
Yeah,
If I gotta be the threat all willy nilly, at least let me link up with somebody else that's threatening. To try to see if that person can help me. Or better yet, if we could help each other.
yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
But Vince ain't loyal to him. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I was sitting here now looking. Okay, so the game that I have on my phone is called, you can go up in your Play Store or your Apple Store, whatever.
Hmm.
If you type in ball sort,
Ball, spell it is in Ball.
Ball.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, ball sort, because it's just balls, just the same. It's the same exact
Oh, I see
competition
it.
what they
It's
have.
ball sort puzzle.
Uh-huh. Yep. And
All right.
I have two different games like that up on my phone. And normally if I'm just somewhere where I ain't got nothing to do or I just got free time and stuff, I'll play that game in a minute, sorting the balls around. And I'm telling you, just playing that puzzle, I already was calculating in my mind what they need to do to sort the puzzle with that particular competition. Now see, that competition I would have done well at.
Hmm. Okay. Now you got me playing.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah, I can see
promise you,
this being
DC, you gonna
addicted.
get addicted
I can
because,
see
like,
this.
with the one that I'm playing, I think I'm on like level 153 already.
Wow.
But I done had this game on my phone for about a year or two.
Damn. I see it now. I can see this. This can be very addicting.
And you see the strategy, like what how they was having to move the little gems and the pieces in that competition.
Yeah. Let me turn this off. I'm on level 4.
You just got the game and you already on level 4.
Yay.
Yes. So I thought that was good. But yeah, I was happy that Keanu won and removed himself off the block.
Yeah, I was happy
And then
too.
it was them two. And so we got the result that we saw right there. And sister, are you still up in here? Hopefully sister didn't leave. Because no, sister, I almost wish that you even would do reviews for the spoilers. Because if you did reviews for the spoilers, we could have a spoiler segment every now and then. But I
Yep.
know most of the people that come and support, they typically are the TV watchers and not necessarily they are the TV viewers and not the feeds viewers. And typically, sister, after me and DC do this show, then I go to the live feeds. But between from Thursday when the person is evicted until this show, I don't look at no feeds or nothing at all. Just only because I want it to be organic so that I can make my predictions with DC.
Because she be telling everything if she do it the other way.
Yeah.
She
Well, and that's the reason why I really can't wait to get into the feeds this week because this I gotta see in real time. I can't be waiting for the episode so that they can edit out all of that action in 1 hour. No, because I know it's gonna be action.
Mhm. So, how you feel about Morgan evicting Zach, choosing to evict Zach after what he done
Um,
told her? After what he done, told her why he didn't use his 10K.
I felt like that was best for her game. It's almost like it's kind of like that week when Rachel had evicted Amy.
Mhm.
What's the point in messing up the alliance or messing up the trust with everybody else to give the person one vote that's not going to keep them?
Yeah,
If you gonna give a vote, or if you gonna give a vote, but it still ain't gonna save the person, then you might as well just swallow your pride and just don't even do it.
well, at least he went home with 10K.
He did go home with 10K, but even that was the other side of me. I was like, well, then after taxes, I'm
But he
like,
still
after
made.
they take taxes out of it, I was trying to figure in my head how much he might have.
But then
Maybe
think
six
about
or
it.
7,000.
That's still money. All right, so he only been gone a couple of weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can go back to work and still have money.
Yeah. No, that's true. It's definitely a good prize. But that be one part of these shows that I always do think about. It's like, okay, well, what about the taxes and stuff? Now that I'm thinking about it, which is probably a shady thought, but how come we ain't never had seen anybody? Well, actually, it's somebody I think that's homeless on there this season. Somebody said they was homeless. Let me go. Let me go bring up that thing. Or not homeless, but live with their mama.
They live with their parents. Wasn't it that was Vinny.
Let
Vinny
me
lived with his
see.
parents.
Okay, yeah, unemployed. Okay, so it was him. Cause I was just about to say, I wonder if there has ever been any Big Brother players that are actually on some type of government assistance or something. Because you gotta understand, you coming on this show and end up winning the prize, that's gonna kick you off government assistance for the rest of your life. So it's like you make me wonder if the people on Section 8, if they'll decide to apply. If you on Section 8 or if you getting food stamps, whatever you getting, if you will apply to Big Brother, because if you win, You done messed up all your benefits. They ain't gonna give you
Well,
benefits no more.
see, all right, so Catherine, she can go be a fine diner server somewhere else. So she ain't
Mm-hmm.
got to worry about her job. She can easily go be a server somewhere. He's a salesperson. That well, he got off already, so he already working. He back at work. Ashley, she could be attorney anywhere. She probably her own. So it's their jobs, you know. Let me see, professional
Mm-hmm.
bull rider, Riley. He all right. A gamer, Morgan. She okay. See, half of these people ain't got to worry about jobs.
Well, but not even a thought about just worrying about the job because okay, let's say DC in a realistic world, how y'all you was telling me to apply, but even another thing, even if a job ain't anything to worry about, I gotta leave my house for 3 months or 4 months. That mean paying rent for them 3 or 4 months that you gone.
Mhm.
Who gonna watch Zulu for 3 or 4 months that I'm gone?
I watch
Um,
him. I come get him. I drive down and go get him. He can play with Jackson Bentley. Now what? I'm listening.
but these are the things that you have to think about.
I
All of
got
that
Zulu.
stuff.
Babe, we
Okay.
got Zulu. If she go to Big Brothers, she said, yeah. See, when you come get Zulu, he's gonna be like, no, I have friends here.
A mess. Y'all crazy.
Lisa said, what kind of dog is Zulu?
A miniature schnauzer.
A miniature schnauzer. He's short, he little, just like these two up in here.
Yeah, right now,
Lisa,
the last
Lisa
time
said
we
he's not
went to
going
the
back.
vet, the last time we went to the vet, Zulu was 12 or 13 pounds.
Yeah, Bentley like 12, 13 pounds. Jax is 30 pounds, but he's short.
Jax is 30 pounds.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that. But ain't Jax a Shih Tzu?
Yeah, he the big one. They got big Shih Tzus too.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Huh.
Google YouTube it. They got big Shih Tzus.
Hmm. Wait, now is he a Lhasa Apso? I think that's what it's called, Lhasa Apso.
What is that?
A Lhasa Apso is a big Shih Tzu. But
He's a big.
well, they in the same family, but one is bigger and one is smaller.
Yeah, he
That's
the big
all.
Shih Tzu.
Hmm.
He started off little, and then he kept growing. We like, wait a minute, full
Lord.
bred, full bred Shih Tzu.
Hmm. That's something. But yeah, but I had brought this up because yeah, with Vince being unemployed, but he lived with his parents, so I guess. But I'm sure that he do some type of assistance or something with him living with his parents, unless they really just let him just live in their house for free.
I'm about to listen to look at Miss Wilson there.
What she's Miss Whistledown said he live in West Hills, California. He's living real good. That's a money. Morgan too. She lives where old money live. Oh, Morgan. Let me see where Morgan. Oh, Morgan from Palm Springs, California. Not old money.
Right?
It ain't the new money, it's the old money. So they probably good. But it
Hmm.
had just made me think about that part with, them winning the prize and all that and going away for like 3 or 4 months at a time. That's a long time. I feel like if I had realistically ever tried to do it, I would pay everything up.
Hmm.
But you gotta be able to pay it all up for you to go ahead and go. And that way, but imagine paying all your rent or your mortgage plus all the utilities up for 3 or 4 months for you to go and play around with these folks.
Them people probably got loans and everything to pay all that up.
Right. And then if you go there and you don't win, you still got to pay that motherfucking loan back. It's like, what?
But you still earn fame. I'm telling you, them people still making money that don't even be on the show no more. That's gone.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this was one of the most, how can I put it? This live was kind of all over the place, y'all, because with me, this vape, when I was trying to refill it, y'all, I made a whole mess. So then I had to leave DC by her lonesome up here trying to talk while I'm trying to clean up this mess. It was a lot going on here. But we made it through. Did you have any
Yeah.
final words, DC?
My final words is Rachel and Ashley gonna be a team. Watch what I tell you.
Rachel and Ashley. I'm rooting for Rachel and Ashley to mesh, and then Rachel and Ava. If them three could come together,
They gonna go to the end.
it might be a force to be reckoned with if you got them three. But the only thing is, they really just need to count Mickey out. And Mickey was one of my first ones that I really liked when the first episode started. But if
Hmm.
them three work together, they gonna just have to cut Mickey loose. It's unfortunate, but Mickey is only concerned with Mickey, and that's the
Hmm.
problem. Mickey is
They
not concerned with anybody else but herself.
and they seeing it. That's the crazy part. People seeing it.
Yep.
So the question is, who now we're gonna say who we think gonna be on the block?
Okay, so well, because we gonna take into account what we already know now.
Yeah, we're gonna see who's gonna be on the block.
Okay, so in my mind,
I already got mine. Go ahead.
well, actually, let me get my I gotta go to that page so that I can type it in, so I can have it for us to look at next week when we start back. So we got week 6 predictions. Okay, so we already know who the HOH is for. Are we gonna predict the 2 or the 3 nominees?
Let's do three.
Okay, for the 3 nominees.
I got mine. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so let me put DC. Okay, so who you pick?
I got Benny Morgan and Mickey.
Okay, so Morgan and Mickey. Okay, and so for me, now Morgan was definitely one. Um, I have to agree with you about Vince. Vince is one. Vince is one, and then let me go back and look at the thing. Let me bring the picture up. I'm thinking I'm gonna go differently, and I'm going to say Kelly. I'm gonna say
I forgot
Kelly.
about her.
Yeah, because something in me was gonna say Mickey, but because I agree with that choice that you made. I agree with that choice right there. But the reason why I'm saying Kelly is because Kelly kept winning them the blockbuster.
Yeah,
And Kelly was always on the other side of the vote than Rachel. Remember, Kelly made it her mission at the beginning of the game to vote with the men against the women. But then she was acting like she was with the girls and in their alliance, but then she was voting with the men. And now the men getting picked off, which I think is interesting as well this season. How? Because if we look at the ratio of everybody right here, let's go back to this picture.
the big one.
Out of
Yeah.
the 4 people that done been kicked out, 3 of them done been men. And 3 of them men was probably men that Kelly was thinking that she was working with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that. Because there's only how many men now? There's only one, two, three,
Yep.
four. One, two, three, four.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 4 men. But I guess I wasn't counting Will because Will already in with Rachel and Ava and Ashley. But outside of Will being the man in the game, yes, Vince. Well, I wait a second, cause let's not forget, Zach just got put out.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
cool.
so it's Keanu, Vince, Riley, and Will.
And who you
That's
pick?
huh.
Who did you pick?
Oh, so I for my prediction for next week, I said she gonna put up Morgan, Vince, and Kelly.
Okay.
Morgan, Vince, and Kelly. But actually, when I look at this picture, it's showing 4 people, but it's actually 5 people done been voted out, and 4 of them done been men. The only one woman that done got evicted is Amy.
This gonna be something.
I would agree. I would 100% agree.
I can't
And
wait.
hopefully by next week, I will have found my Rachel picture, because I'm gonna pick my Rachel picture to put up there. Since you gonna have your Ava picture, I gotta put my Rachel one.
I know, right? You know, that's how we did last time.
hmm But it's so crazy to me because you always pick the quirky off the wall one.
Cause I
Last
always
year
got.
was Angela.
Cause the thing about it, the reason I pick them because they feel like they the ones that last the longest for some reason. They be on there longer than the majority of them that you think that's gonna be on there.
hmm Miss Whistledown agreed with you and said Morgan, Mickey, and Vince. And then she also said, I want to say Lauren. And Pauline is saying, oh, Pauline is speaking to you, DC.
Where? Hold on. What's up,
Pauline
Pauline?
Coleman.
I wasn't even looking at the chat. Sorry. What's up, Pauline? Happy Saturday.
Let me put Miss Whistledown because I think Miss Whistledown was agreeing with you.
Morgan, Mickey, and Vince. Yep.
Yeah, so she had the same prediction that you had. So I'm making sure I type that in here. All right. So we got our predictions for next week, and you already know DC is going to be an explosive week coming up.
I
That's one
know,
thing that
right?
we could definitely say. So hot positivity. We actually just was finishing up our predictions for next week.
It's about to go down.
hmm You know how at the end when we do our final words and we predict who might be nominated next week. So we were just writing down our predictions so that we can have those already written down going into next week.
I think
But
it's gonna
yeah.
be a fight in the house. It's gonna be a fight.
Oh, I most definitely believe that. I do. People's hands gonna have to be shown. Oh, hot positivity. So I said who will be nominated this week coming up is gonna be Morgan, Vince, and Kelly. And then DC said Vince, Morgan, and Mickey.
Yep, I
The
believe
reason
Vince.
why we were able to come up with these nominee predictions is because accidentally one of our supporters in here gave us the spoiler of the new HOH, but she removed the comment, so can't nobody see it. And we have not revealed the name while we've been talking. But based on that spoiler that was revealed to us in the chat, we used that to decide who we think that person was going to put up. Okay, so Hot Positivity said Ava, Mickey, and Will.
You write that down.
Ava, Mickey, and Will. But she putting this not even knowing who the HOH is.
Hey, that's cool though. That might you never know.
So
Uh, uh,
yeah, all right. So let me put hot positivity. Wait, so let me go ahead and put it. Okay, so let me put hot positivity. She said, Ava. Who she say? Let me go back and look.
Ava, Will, and where you go? Mickey.
Ava, Mickey, and Will.
Yeah.
Ava, Mickey, and Will. Okay. So hot positivity said, who is it? Hot positivity, we can't spoil the whole audience. I would just say this. Floaters, grab it like this. That's all I can say.
Uh.
That's all I can say, hot positivity.
The front the door.
And look at sister. Sister is still mad at herself. But no, that's fine, sister. You know, to be honest, I had already known, so now DC just know, but it's gonna make it all the more exciting, DC. It's gonna be
I
exciting.
I know, right? I gotta make it exciting. I still don't know who it is. I'm gonna Big Ten that part. Like what you talking about?
Miss Douglas said that video is going to determine a lot of things, so things in the game will change. Mm-hmm. High positivity, that's all I can really say. But yeah, we about to go ahead and wrap things up. DC did give her, well, did you give a final word or did we just go into the predictions now?
We went into the predictions. My final word is I can't wait to watch it again. Can't wait to talk with you guys on next week in reference to what we watched over the week. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to join the panel, let us know. Join the panel with us. Y'all have a happy
Yeah, we
Saturday.
do. We do give the option to drop the link just because we ain't dropped it yet. I just don't never know if y'all want to come up. But y'all can always request the link. Typically after about the first hour, maybe first hour and a half, if you want to request the link to be dropped down for you to join us, you most definitely can join us.
You don't have to
Without a
show your
doubt.
face. Y'all
Oh, hot
people.
hot positivity said next week she coming on the panel. Well,
Okay,
good.
that's
We would love to have you as the co-host. DC is the co-host, so you could come up here. We tip well now you see kind of how we do it where we have our notes and stuff, but we could definitely bring you up so that you give your point of view. I didn't know that you were a Big Brother person, so that's why I didn't drop the link before because I never know who is shy and who don't want to click a link or whatnot. But we'll look forward to that next week for sure. But yeah, well, I do want to thank y'all so much for joining us. I cannot wait to see what this week has in store, y'all.
mm-hmm.
Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank you. Oh, you was here last year, but I don't think you got on the panel though. I don't think you got on
Nope.
the panel last year. But I do want to thank y'all so much for joining us. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress, and we'll see y'all next Saturday morning to discuss, I'm sure, an explosive week.
Yep. Get your notes ready.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Peace out.